Hey everyone, it's Dark Forest Queen coming at you with a quick video today about how to save food and fuel consumption with your troops. How to make your troops not consume all of your food and all of your fuel while they're just sitting there doing nothing in your base. So here we are in my base. As you can see from my class building, I am a trader. So traders, one of the great things about being a trader is you can get these cards that allow you to save on troop fuel and food consumption. So if my base looks like it's saving a lot more fuel or food than you are, that's because of my trader cards, the energy conservation one and the specialized ration one. But there are still more tips in this video for you guys who are not traders. You can take advantage of them and that will help you save some of your resources. So one of the first things you want to do when you are determining how much food and fuel to keep in your base is to figure out how much your troops are consuming. And one of the ways you can stop your troops from consuming food is to not have enough food and fuel in your base. Contrary to belief, what is in your ration truck does not actually impact what your troops are consuming. So as you can see, my ration truck still has food in it, but if you click over to my food page, my troops are not consuming any food. And this is because the amount that is stored in my depot right now, not in a box in my suitcase, but what's actually in the warehouse, is less than my depot protection. So if you look at depot protection, it says 700K. What's in my warehouse is only 120K. Now I also have that trader buff, that trader card that's going to allow me to save some food consumption for my troops. But even if I didn't, they would still not be consuming food because it's less than 700,000 available. So you can see I have a lot of items stored in my suitcase. You can access them by clicking this red button, Go To, or you can access them by clicking on your suitcase, which is this button here right underneath your mail icon. This is your suitcase, and this will open up whatever you've got in your base. As you can see, I've got like all kinds of stuff in here. But the most important thing you can have in here are your boxes. And the way to ensure that most of your resources stay in boxes is to go to your helicopter. So my helicopter pad is right here, and there's no helicopter edit, but I can click trade, and I will be able to swap out some of my resources for additional resources. So right now, for example, I can get 5 million food for only 2 million wood. Or I could swap 1 million oil for 1 million wood, or 2 million oil for 2 million wood. Now, for the even trades, that's a good option if all your goal is to get resources out of your depot. Like, for example, if we look at, well, I've still got my trader buff, so this is a little not illustrative. But if I didn't have my trader buff, my troops would be consuming oil right now because the amount in my base is more than the amount in my warehouse is more than my depot protection. So, but if I wanted to get that number down, I would just swap out 1 million oil for 1 million wood, and my troop consumption would go down. So that's a good way to keep your resources from being used up by your troops who are sitting there doing nothing. It's also a really good way to protect your resources because if someone raids your base, they can only get what's available in your base above depot protection. So if they raided my base right now, they could get, any wood above 700,000. So in this case, like 600,000 wood, they'd be able to grab. But they'd only be able to grab 48,000 oil because it's only 48,000 above the 700,000 protection. So that's just a quick tip about how to keep your troops from consuming all of your stuff, and also to keep your resources from getting raided. So happy hunting!